For the past 22 months, I have been using a platform called Substack to have basically a free blog that is also a free newsletter service where people can sign up and get my emails again for free. And making a video about the Substack platform and how you can make money with it is probably the most requested video I've ever had since starting this channel 4.5 years ago. And I think you can guess what this video is about. So to all of you who have been waiting for this video, it's finally here. We're going to be talking about what is Substack, what can you post on Substack, how can it make you money. Then we're going to go to my screen and have a full tutorial on setting up a new Substack account because I have a new one for a new project I'm working on and I'm super excited, as well as show you things like the footer or the banner that really do matter when it comes to emails and newsletters, and a little bit about the site design that you can have for your own Substack publication. After the screen part tutorial, we're going to get back to me to talk a little bit more about who is Substack for and share my personal experience with Substack and my future plans. And I hope that you guys will enjoy. But before we get started, I have to get one thing out of the way, and that is to introduce myself for those of you who are watching this channel and don't know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Passive Income with May. I'm May, otherwise the name of the channel is not going to make much sense. And here on the channel, I share my own passive income journey, let's call it that, the tools that I'm using, the platforms I'm using, the products that I'm selling, how to design them, how to market them, and all that jazz. And if that is interesting to you, feel free to subscribe to the channel or to my Substack account because that is the topic of today's video, Substack. So what is Substack? I like to say that Substack is a hybrid blogging / newsletter platform. It's better than having your own blog because it's already connected to a marketplace or a place where people go to read, and it's better than having your newsletter service because everything is backdated and documented as a blog. And let me explain. From the point of view of the reader, Substack is a platform kind of like Medium where they can go in and search for content that they like. They can go into Substack, click on the search bar, and search for any topic that they're interested in and find posts about it or full publications about it. When I say publications, I mean the blog. Your blog is your publication. The readers can read something that they like, but if they really like this type of content, they can subscribe to the publication so that every time that the owner of the publication is posting a new post, they're going to get it directly to their email box and also to their notifications because Substack also has an app. From the publisher's perspective, which is us, we are the publishers, hopefully. We're going to be all publishers on Substack. It's a beautiful platform. From our side, this is a place for us to share information in multiple forms of information like posts or videos or audios and to gain audience. We can get an audience from the platform itself, or we can post our Substack link on multiple social media platforms to get our audience from there to Substack. And the best part about it, as I said, for the readers, is that every blog post that we promote, every blog post that we write, every blog post that we put out there, every piece of information, the person who reads it, if they like it, can subscribe to our publication. And from that moment on, every time we post something new, they're going to get it directly to their email. Oh, and did I mention that it's free? This mini site or publication on Substack can be integrated with your own domain, or you can just go with a free subdomain from Substack. For example, maytribe.substack.com is the one that I'm using for this channel. The manifestorblog.substack.com is the one I'm using for a different project, and I just started in a previous video, blueprintreflections.substack.com, for a similar project to the second one. I love the fact that you can have multiple publications on Substack. I really do. On that mini site of yours, you can add pages like an about page or a products page. You can add multiple external links, whether it's on the top menu or on the sidebar. And you can also create categories for a blog post using tags, which I will show you all of the things that I spoke about when we get to the screen part of this video. So what can you post on Substack? The first thing that you can post is posts. I feel weird to say that, but I mean text posts combined with images or combined with anything inside. I really like that feature. I feel like reading is not a lost art and a lot of people are going back into reading. And I feel like this is a really good way to convey a message. And unlike a video that you're watching right now, where if I want you to click on something, I have to tell you to go down to the description down below. If someone is reading something and you want to send the traffic somewhere else to a different blog post, to a product, to something you're selling, something you're affiliating, a service, the link is right there. Like they're looking at the link and it's clickable, which is pretty good. Like it's the basic of getting traffic. Creating a post that is just a post is one of the options. You can also create a video and upload it to Substack, or create an audio file and upload it to Substack as well. Or have a video uploaded into your text post if you want to create a post that is very long that has a short video in the middle or a short audio. In your post, you can also post polls, which is actually very cool because you can get an assessment of what your target audience is looking for, or create more engagement because people love it when there is a poll and they can just click and select something. You can add buttons like comment now or subscribe now within your posts, and you can even post notes. And notes is actually a feature that I've been neglecting in the past almost 2 years until I actually read a Substack post about how much notes are converting. So I tried it this morning and uploaded a note, and within 10 minutes I had 11 likes and a comment just from a simple image. So it kind of behaves a little bit like Instagram in that way, or even the post option from YouTube. And I feel like a lot of platforms are going towards the direction of come here to post anything on our platform, just trying to have this all fixed solution. And those notes are shared to your profile, which is different than your publication. So my profile has 3 different publications, and if you follow one of them, that doesn't mean that you follow the rest. And it kind of makes sense because my publications are not all on the same topic. So one of them might not interest a subscriber who is subscribing to one of them. But when they subscribe to one of your publications, they also kind of follow you, and that's where they can see the notes. If that sounds too complex for you, don't worry. I'll fix it in the screen part and you'll see everything right in front of you. Now let's move on to the good stuff, how to make money from Substack. Now, there are many ways where you can make money from pretty much every piece of content. You can monetize your own content by putting ads on it. You can have people sponsor you. You can share or recommend a product that you yourself make or you affiliate, or share or recommend a service that you yourself have or offer or affiliate. And Substack makes it super easy to actually get sponsored by the people who want to read your blog posts. And you can actually put some of your content behind a paywall from day one. You're not going to have to wait like with YouTube to have enough subscribers to be able to activate memberships. And in that way, it kind of behaves like Patreon, but it's on the same place that is a platform for other people to see it. So unlike Patreon, which I don't think people go to patreon.com and search for people to follow, on Substack, people do go to Substack to search for something to read. And if they encounter your publication, they can see posts that are free to see, and they can see posts that are behind a paywall. That paywall is in your control, and you can decide how much money you want to charge for it, and you get paid once a month using Stripe. Now, this is just one way to make money from Substack, which is directly from the publication, but you actually have another way, which is to write content that either directly or indirectly recommends a product or service that you either have an offer or affiliate. An example for direct promoting can actually be literally writing about a company that you either own or affiliate. So for example, I can use my Substack publication for this channel to talk to you about a new sale or a new offer from Hostinger domain and hosting services, or to recommend a tutorial that I've done on them. And right there is a link that you can join Hostinger and get a discount. Or I can recommend a certain product that I'm wearing and I really like. For example, with the Manifester blog, I can just have photos of me wearing some of my Manifester shirts and literally have a link from there to my shop selling this exact item. Another way, for example, for authors is to post a piece of your book and then a link. If someone wants to continue reading it, they can go directly to your book. You can also share a small part of a digital download file that you have as a freebie, and if someone wants to get the full product, they can click on a link and go buy it from your store. Now, that is the direct approach, but we also have the indirect approach. And the indirect approach is kind of like giving you information and then giving you my offer. So instead of just creating a post where I share photos of me wearing the Human Design Manifesto merch, I can just create any blog post that relates to human design manifestors, and at the end of the post, or in the middle, or in the footer of the email, I will have a link to buy merch for manifestors. If you're a fantasy author and you sell fantasy style books, let's say for teenagers, you can make a Substack post directed at parents talking about why it's important for the developmental of the teenage brain to read fantasy. And of course, at the end, by the way, I'm a fantasy author, here are my books to buy on Amazon. Another example I can give you for this indirect kind of method is a blog post that I wrote about 1.5 years ago, which talks about promoting on Pinterest. The blog post itself actually had content. It was about 11 tips on how to use Pinterest to promote your shops or your blogs. And at the end, it recommended a video on my Patreon. Then, I do not have a Patreon now, to a full video just about Pinterest, but you have to be a Patreon member to get it. The whole point is to find this synergy of recommending products or services or talking about them And that is not meant to be direct selling. If you're just going to use Substack to constantly push your products, probably no one's going to follow you unless your products are like the most amazing thing in the world. But the important part that I'm trying to convey here is the fact that you need to have something to say. And with the something to say comment, we're going to go to my screen and actually show you Substack in real life, how it looks, how it works, how you set up things from your inner dashboard, from your settings, and even how to upload and publish a post there. And then we'll get back to me because we're not done yet. So much more is coming. So I want to take you to my screen, but I think I have a magic trick that does that. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Substack. And this is personally my home page. I can click here as a reader to see the people that I'm following and what did they upload or update recently. I can see new bestsellers, health and wellness, philosophy, culture, and all that jazz. Now, let's search something like a reader. Let's say I want to search something relating to philosophy. I type enter and I can see the top performing ones. I can see posts, just posts about philosophy, publications about philosophy in multiple different languages, people who talk about philosophy, and notes about philosophy. It's actually funny when I look at the top, I see Jared Henderson. I actually follow him on YouTube, so it's really, really cool. And when it comes to how things are looked when they're behind a paywall, I do have Astropoets opened here. That is their publication. And as you can see, there is a lock to some of the posts, and these are posts that can only be read if you are a paid contributor. This one doesn't have a lock. Let me show you the difference. So this is week of 6/8 of horoscope. Yeah, my knowledge of astrology is very bad. And you can see here that you can upgrade to paid, but this is basically the article. There is no paywall behind it. There was another article here again that is with that lock symbol on it. And as you can see, you can read the beginning of it and then you can claim your free post. But after that, you're going to have to upgrade your subscription. We're going to move back to Substack and click on just my face on it so you can see my feed. And my feed has what I wanted to write about myself, manifestor, 4/6 big definition, emotional authority, bouncing between one idea to another till a community is formed, product designer, passive income teacher, expat living in Bulgaria, and easily distracted by cows. For those of you who know me, you know that is spot on. And here you can see all of my publications. But if I scroll down in my activities board, you can see that this is the last post that I've posted 8 days ago. Can a human design environment be a person? And it has 4 likes and 3 comments. And you can see that this is a post from the Manifestor blog from one of my publications. But if you scroll below it, this doesn't appear to be the same way. I mean, this one appears to also have this little low bar under it, passive income with May, want to copy my business plan, this is a post. But this is the note feature that I was talking about. And it already has 17 likes and 2 comments from just posting this. Now, I want to show you the difference between the publications that I have right now, the Manifestor blog and Passive Income with May, because they are designed differently. This is the Manifestor blog, and this is Passive Income with May. Yes, the colors are different because you can change the colors and the themes, and I will show you how to do it when we get into the dashboard. And here you can see that I have loads of space to put in a bunch of links, and these are all external links other than the About page, which is a little bit about my journey so far. All of these are external pages that go into other things like my website Human Design Guide, my website resources and freebies page, the official website. All of this is on Hostinger, by the way, my YouTube channel, for example. And the freebies is actually a category or a tag within Substack. Now, if you look at this homepage, what you can see here is my 5 latest articles. But if I go to the Manifestor blog, these are my 3 latest articles, and this is the most popular articles. If we scroll down any further, we can see 9 of my recent posts, and people can basically sift through them based on latest, top, and discussions. These are the ones with the most comment or the most engaging. And here you can see on the sidebar that I'm recommending other publications as well as social links, business guides based on your human design, selling merch, learning human design, and a lot of other links on the side. Now, again, it looks different because you can actually edit the way that the home page looks like. Now, if you want to open a new publication, all you have to do is go to your profile, go to settings, and create another publication, which I already have. So we're going to go to Blueprint Reflections. Now here is some kind of to-do list or setup list when it comes to creating your Substack account, I'm not going to do it. Let's click on X. They also have DMs for your readers, which I know of. It's much easier in the app. We're going to delete that too. And I already have 9 subscribers apparently from, I'm guessing, you guys, or from people who subscribe because they're subscribed to a different one of my publications and saw this one popping up. We're going to go directly to settings because Blueprint Reflections is basically an empty publication. There is nothing here. If you've seen my video that talks about my business plan, you know that it's supposed to promote my new book that I'm still working on. I will leave a link to that video down below in case you need that piece of information. But let's go back here. We have the basics. My language is English, which you can choose other languages if you want to write in them. And here I can choose a category, actually 2 categories for my publications, and they're going to be appearing here. These are these categories. Let me see. Primary category. I think it's good to see the whole list right now. You can take a screenshot of it just in case you want to see if your idea is fitting or can work within the confines of Substack. We have faith and spirituality, which I think could be cool for that. I don't think health and wellness. Well, it is human design, but not design in that aspect. And I think I'm going to go with, I think my first one would be literature because it's going to promote my book. And the secondary one is going to be, I'm really conflicted between faith and spirituality and health and wellness. Let's go with spirituality. Makes more sense. Moving on to the second part, which is payment, which I need to connect it with Stripe if I want to start charging for the publication. Personally, for me, I cannot use Stripe, so I'm never doing it with that. And I feel like this is a massive point for people to see if this is where you want to start charging money for your publication or not. If I will decide to do memberships, it will probably be with Fourth Wall or with Patreon again. But if I'm not going to charge money, that doesn't mean I'm still not going to have this publication because I do see a lot of value in it. Now, allow readers to pledge subscriptions. If you don't connect this to Stripe, but you do allow them to pledge, they can literally still give you money, but you will not be able to get it. There is a monthly pledge amount and an annual pledge amount and founding if they want to be some kind of founding members of your Substack, which I'm going to turn off because I don't want to get paid for this one. Moving on to website, this is the link to my publication, and I can go to my website theme editor. Let's click on that. Now, in terms of the homepage and how it looks, if I'm going to try and change the header style, it's not going to affect it that much because there is nothing here. There is still nothing in this publication, but I do want to work on the branding. So I already uploaded my publication logo. I don't really use the word mark. I kind of don't mind it to have Blueprint Reflections written like that, but I do want to work on the colors to match the colors of my existing website, which is this one right over here. And I have the colors written down in my notes in the design language. The background color that I'm using is Pearl. Thank you. And the accent color, I think I'm going to go with either the blue or the green. Let's check out how the blue looks like. This is if the blue is active. Let's check the green. Is it 5? Yeah. I think I like the blue better. Yep. Heading font and body font, which I also have. Heading font is Montserrat. I don't know if they have it. They only have these options. And the body font, mine is Laura, but they don't have it. So let me try and see if I can find something that is more similar. If we look here, this is the Montserrat, this is the Laura. It's very simple, it's very clean, it's very straight, and this one is more of a Times, I guess, kind of text. So maybe mono? No, that's too much. I think that the sans would work better here, and the body is going to be, I think slab is nice. Yep. And the way that links are going to look, are they going to be in color or underline? I wish I could choose both. Let's go back up from, let's save this up, of course, and go into customizing our welcome page. And this is what people see when they just go in for the first time using a link or something to your publication. They see a place for you to be able to subscribe. I leave mine usually just looking like this. No advanced setting or anything. I'm going to head back because we have a lot of work to do on the settings page and we were on websites. And here I can write my publication name, Blueprint Reflection, and short description. Give me a second. Explaining the concept of human design through information and data, while helpful, is also boring. And so Blueprint Reflections shares that information through short stories and poetry. That's what I want to write now. And I don't want the word mark here. I don't think I need it. I feel like it will clash with the actual text. Moving on to the pages and navigation. And this is where we're going to edit our homepage links, the navigation in the sidebar, and the about page. Let's go to the about page and edit that. This is the default about page. I'm going to select everything and delete it. And I'm going to go here, Substack about page, because I already wrote it. I'm going to take it from here. Okay, about Blueprint Reflections. Blueprint Reflections is a home of stories and poems. La la la. Do I have links here that I forgot to take? I think I had some links saved up here. Yep. This basically explains the Substack itself, the publication, not necessarily about myself, but I am thinking maybe to add a few, maybe from here. Behind Blueprint Reflection is me Arroyo. I think here I should add like a photo of me or something. Add image. I'm trying to see where am I going to get some good stuff here. I have like screenshots or thumbnails from the YouTube channel. Not thumbnails, stills. I think this one would be good. Or this one. Let's use this one for now. Now, the information given here about me is obviously relating to the publication because it gives the human design information about me. If we go to my other publication with the about, then it talks mostly about what I've done in terms of money and career and online business because it relates to the topic better. Let's move into that. I have a shop offering human design inspired gifts. Okay, let's go here. Express your design. Grab the link for my shop. I'm on the text and I'll take it here. And there's also books available on Amazon. Currently, there are none available on Amazon, so I'm not going to link anything. And I'm just going to save it. And now if we go to Blueprint Reflections and refresh, as you've seen, the color changed and people can see this as the About page. Now we have homepage links, but we also have navigation links. And the difference between them is that the homepage links is what you'll be able to see here at the bottom on the side. These are the homepage links, and the navigation links will be the ones on the top. So I'm going to head back and I'm going to first go to the navigation bar links because I want to have at least one link to my website. And I actually want to direct it to this page, which is to learn about your human design. So I copied the link and I'm going to click here on add navigation bar title, learn human design, and add a link and save. Now I can also hide the notes if I don't want to show them. If I have notes on different things, I can hide the archive, which is basically every post ever. I think I don't need the archive at this point, and I can hide the about page if I wanted to, and I can add multiple pages. So let's say I finally managed to finish my book and upload it to Amazon. I can add a page that is called my poetry book. Now this page could be about my book, or I can have just a link to the book, or this page could be book recommendations or something like that, but I'm not interested. This is a draft. We're going to head back to websites. Thank you, and continue on from there. Let's add a few homepage links because here what we have is a bit different. I'm going to click on edit, and you can see here that we have something called a group. And here the difference is that every link is going to have a group, kind of like a menu, and we can see it at the bottom. See, merch is a group. This is a group. Learn human design is a group. I was actually thinking I could just copy all of these, but I'm going to show you how that works just for now. Add link. Let's say I want to do gifts for manifest, gifts for generators. I'm going to remove the European part of it and go here, title, gifts for generators. The subtitle I don't want to. The group would be merch, and this would be the link. And now if I refresh my publication, you can see here merch, gifts for generators, and if I click on it, it goes into the merch for generators. I'm not going to do all the rest because it's going to take forever. Instead, we're going to head back onto settings and to the website. You can show live videos on your homepage. If you're doing live videos, you can enable navigation button on post to show links to the next and previous posts on each page. I think that's nice. I'm going to do that and scroll down below. There is another page here that I started working on. It appears as draft. I didn't lose it. And I can add custom tags. In this case, this will be different categories that people can search through. So for example, if I will have posts relating to human design manifestors or reflectors or the human design centers, let's add tag human design centers. I can just click on this. It will open this in a new page, and this could be a link that I'm going to be saving as a link to appear on the top or on the sidebar. Not much to see here because we don't have any posts yet, but this is basically how you would work it if you want to have categories displayed on your Substack. I feel like my voice is very scrunchy today. QR code. If I want to share my publication, you can download your QR code, save it as PNG or SVG, and place it on merch. For example, I can place it on the back of the book that I'm going to write, which is actually a very good idea, and I think I'm going to do it, so let's save this as PNG. Growth features. Set up subscriber referral. So there is a reward for subscribers for sharing your Substack. You can set it up if you want to. Enable subscribe prompt on post page. Add models, pop-ups. For example, yes, if someone is going to scroll through your Substack, it's going to pop up to subscribe. If they're not, enable auto clips on feed and embed your subscription button. This is if I want to take this and place it on my website. Basically have a link from my website to the publication. This is the code that I'm going to use. Moving down to emails. As I said, every time I post a new post, the people who are already subscribed to my publication are getting it as emails. And this is a very important part. Now, the email is going to be sent from Meir from Blueprint Reflections. I'm not sure if I wanted to say Meir from Blueprint Reflections, but yeah, actually I think it's nice. It's much more customized. And we can edit the header and the footer. And this is, again, the important part. Let's go and edit it. The banner image is going to be 1100 by 220. Let's open Canva. Custom size, 100 by 220. I actually like to use double size whenever possible just to make sure that the visibility is going to be good. And let's see if I can find like something in the design. Just a quick, cute template. Sweet donut. Oh, I really want a sweet donut. That looks really nice. I want something very simple. Actually, no, I just want to do it from scratch. But let's make sure the design language matches. So I'm going to use the secondary blue color as the color of the background. And let's take the logo. Here's my logo page. Blueprint Reflections. Maybe I should color this in white here. It will make it more fitting. Maybe I need like a background for this thing. Or revert colors? No. Maybe instead, let's use the different background color. Let's just use the pearl color, which is the background of the website. It makes so much more sense. And this will be the head of the email that people get. Don't know if I want this one. Let me pop in like a human design chart. I just want a simple one with nothing. Maybe I'll just do something like half of this here and the other half is there. This is so weird. Maybe the opposite. I don't know what came over me to do this, but this is actually really fun. And let's copy paste this. Okay, this will be for now BR Substack banner email header. And we're going to need to download this in PNG specifically. That is apparently crucial. Remember, keep trying to upload JPEG, and I was like, why doesn't it work? Upload, downloads, PNG. Okay. Now this is the banner image, and I can edit another header for all the posts, like text and email footers. Now in the email footer, this is something that it's not going to appear at the bottom of a post, but this is going to appear at the email when people are subscribed. So let's edit that. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Thanks for reading another short story or poem by Blueprint Reflections. I hope you found it relatable. If you're looking for more information about human design, feel free to visit our website. I'm going to go directly to the main page and copy the link to that. Go to website. Thank you. Or browse through our human design merch to find statement and expression gifts for your design types and others. The merch is going to be Express Your Design. This is this page. And I'm going to copy that one here. And I can write like, have a beautiful day. Okay. Can I add a photo of me? I think it will make the emails longer. But I think it will be cute to like finish everything with a photo of me. More personal. And you can change it as many times as you want. Let's make it a tiny bit smaller. Yep. And save. This would be the footer and basically at the bottom of every single post that you send people. Let's go back to settings. We were on emails. We have email opt-out page that I can edit. I don't really edit that one. We have welcome email to new subscribers that we can edit, and welcome email to imported subscribers. If you already have a list and you want to import it, you can edit those here. Now we have community. Enable comments, likes, and restacks. Yes. Enable reporting. Allow readers to report content to you or your admins. I don't think they would, like, I'm not really managing it with multiple people, but okay. Manage banned users if you banned people from reading your publication. Moderate reported content. Default comment order, top first, or newest, or oldest. Let's go newest. Fine. Show restacks below post if people basically shared my Substack post. Sure. Who can reply to your emails? Subscribers, or none. And just so you know, people can actually send you an email back once they get your email. And actually, I would like to maybe do no one, because I find it better to have a comment than a personal email. That's just me. Moving down below to chat, if you want to have a subscribers chat, if you want to open a chat for people to hang out, you can click here and open it. I prefer to not have it right now, especially for a publication that has nothing on it. If I would like to add a podcast to this, or to add another section, which is a whole new part of the newsletter that people can subscribe to that specific part. This system is very complex, yeah. You can also have other team members if you want to invite them in to be team members, where they can basically create posts from their Substack account if you're managing a team of people. And privacy, I'm going to let you read that part later. Doesn't really matter. Notifications, new free subscriber. No, I do not want to get emails on that. It's so annoying. It's fun, but it's also annoying. If someone canceled their subscription, I do not want to notify about that. If someone liked my post, no. I prefer to just go in and see those things up in the comments here, up in the little icon, so I don't really want to. Links onto my post, yeah, maybe that would be nice. Cross post on your post would be nice. Shareable assets, no, don't need to. Post stats, no. It will send you like an email after 24 hours summarizing the statistics for your email. I don't want to have these emails. New milestones, sure. Unfinished draft reminders, no, don't remind me. Getting started tips, I don't want to. Even though if you're just getting started, maybe you should keep that one activated. And user reports, no. You can connect this to your YouTube account, which means that every time you're going to upload a video onto Substack, it's going to automatically upload it to YouTube, which I will not be doing. You can add your own custom domain if you want to, or use your domain on Blue Sky, which I've never done, so nope. Analytics, connecting this to Google Analytics, connecting it to the Facebook Pixel ID or Twitter or Parsley or the Facebook site verification if you need to. all this information is here. Details. The mailing address is shown, I think, as the automatic one. I don't really want to show my mailing address. Nope. And an email address for RSS feed is blueprintreflections@substack.com. Publication intro. These are 2-3 sentences to introduce your publication to new readers. Not going to edit it now. Import and export of your email list and the danger zone of deleting the publication. That is the setup process. But now let's get to the good stuff and show you how to post something. I'm not going to post on Blueprint Reflections because, again, this is designated to promote my book, which is not out yet. Instead, I'm going to go to the Manifestor blog, head on over to their dashboard, and this is how it looks when you actually have a publication here. I'm going to click on New Post, and here you can post a text, video, audio, a new note, or chat thread. If I click on Video Post, you are automatically required to upload your video. And this is the one that will integrate with YouTube. Audio post, it will be marked as an audio, and you can actually add, again, text, subtitle, and write something. This is really good if you just want to add, I don't know, a meditation file or something cool relating to your niche. By the way, if you like this video so far or found this content useful, please hit the like button down below, because every time you do that, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video. I'm going to show it to more people, and it really does help my channel. Now, back to the tutorial. But let's see the text post option, which, as I said, again, we can still add audio and video and all that. Let's see what we can do other than having a title, which is demo, a subtitle, hello. I'm going to actually do a post soon with you guys. I just want to show you all the options first. Now start writing, nothing. Let's see what I can do. I can take this heading and click on style and create a heading. This is good for Google SEO to know what is basically the topic of your post, because just bolding it is not going to cut it. Which you can bold, italic, cross-line, or embed code if you want to. Just write code if you want to. Now, let's say I want to have this to be linked to something. I'm just going to add link here. Let's say I want to add an image. I click on image. I can add a gallery, a stock photo, or generate. Let's see if I want to add a gallery. Let's choose files. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add gallery. Up to 9 images in a gallery. And this is how it looks like. If I click on gallery here, I can edit it, adding a caption or an alt text description. I don't need a gallery. Or if I just want to add an image, same process. Let's try generate. I've never tried this before. Describe what you want to create. A woman walking through a field of sunflowers and cows. It's going to be a black and white photo. I actually never tried this feature before. I wonder if it's going to be like vertical, horizontal, 1:1 ratio. Oh, wow. Okay, insert. That is interesting. And you can edit the caption right here. You can also add voiceover or an embedded audio. You can also upload a video and directly into here. And you can add a block of quote, or if you want, a pull quote, which basically just breaks the line and makes it italic. Let's say I want to create a list of something. 1, 2. Or I want to change this list into a numbered one. Not a list, but a numbers one. I can add a button, and this one is important when you're writing your article, because again, you can be found from Substack. So I can add a button of subscribe and just say subscribe now, or subscribe with a caption like thank you for reading, and this one can be edited. Let's carry on. Add a button to share for people to share this post. Add a button to leave a comment, to send me a message. And you can also add a poll if you want to ask people questions and have them fill it out. What do you think about Substack? Loving it. Option 2, hating it. Option 3, still thinking. And save, and this will be the poll. And you can add a divider line and a bunch of other stuff. I really recommend when you go here, play my favorite game. What does this button do? And click on stuff. Nothing's going to explode. I'm going to click on everything and delete everything because I actually want to use this to write a blog post. And I have the blog post right here on TMB, Manifestors versus Zodiac Signs. Because again, this is a blog relating to manifestors. It's a publication for manifestors from Human Design. So manifestors versus zodiac signs. How each sign puts, let's take this and put it as the subtitle. And I'm going to take the whole thing that I already wrote and place it here. Now I do need an image to act as a main image. If you look here, there are many main images and they're mostly cropped. I think this is 3x4 or 2x3. And I was thinking about creating it with ideogram. You can also edit this with Canva, obviously, and other platforms, or just add a photo of yourself. But I was thinking I want to do it with here, and the title of the post is Manifestors versus Zodiac Signs. So I'm going to go to ideogram and type in an illustration of the text, Manifestors versus Zodiac Signs. Let's do it twice, featuring an endless astrology sky. That would be funny. Okay, let's look at the options. No, the text is too high up. I want it to be more centers. This is actually kind of cool. Even though it looks very comic book. Yeah, looks a bit comic book. I don't even know if all of these are correct. Huh. No, I don't like that one. No. This is actually kind of cute, but it repeats Aries twice, so no. This is cute. I really like this one. Or this one. No, this one is better. That one is a chosen one. This is the chosen one. I'm going to download it as JPEG and I'm going to save it as Manifestors versus Zodiac Signs, TMB. That's the Manifestor blog Substack. Banner. That's how I save things on my computer to not lose them. Where was I? Here. The image that will be first in the post is the image that is going to be taken as the post lead. So I'm just going to put it here. It doesn't have to be first before the text, but it has to be the first image that you upload. In this case, it's the same. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide that these are all headings times 2. And let me just go over them. Part of me really thinks that I just want to do like the Manifestor blog on Instagram instead of the Blueprint Reflections, but we'll see. I feel like every time I'm working on one of them, I get like more ideas that I want to do on that one. Okay. Now, one thing that I can do here is flat out place designs relating to each one if I did have. For example, if I did have something specific by zodiacs, I would just add a photo of that product, but I don't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll a little bit down, almost at the end, and here I'm going to add a subscribe button with caption. And let's edit it. Liking what you're reading so far, consider subscribing to the Manifestor blog. It's free. That's kind of what I want to do right now. And let's check out the end. I made this article like a really long time ago, and I've been waiting for a tutorial to upload it, so I kind of like refreshing myself to how does it end. And here, when it comes to this specific article, I don't have to put any kind of call to action button. I don't have to put a link to my shop because there will probably be something in the footer. But if I just want to put in, I like to sum it up. Wait. So what have we learned? I do want to have some kind of like comment or something like that. Let's add a photo of me and then write like, personally, I'm a Cancer. Yeah, I'm going to use the one from the stills here. These are from like me making videos. Okay, placed a photo of me and wrote, personally, I'm a Cancer manifester, and yeah, I am definitely the one to give you blunt truth, shake you up, and then give you homemade cookies, or is that just my kitchen's environment? Would love to hear in the comments what is your zodiac sign and can you relate to that sign plus manifestor vibes? Basically, asking questions about the post or giving them something specific to comment on. P.S. Informing a bit, that is a manifestor thing. I'm working on a new project called Blueprint Reflection, and there is already information on the website. Let's add a link. Ta 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 ta. Not express your design. Where was the design? Understanding your design. I hope I didn't mix it with something else. No, I see that link here. It's already live here. And I'm working on a human design inspired poetry that will be posted on my new publication with that same name. And that is Blueprint Reflections. Let's see what happens if I just type in it up. See you soon. Love, May. Did I already say bye? No? Okay, so that goes. And our post is finished. I can add much more things here, many more things here if I want to, but I choose to keep it at that. And I'm going to click on continue. Here we get to the good part. Tags, human design. These are all the tags that already exist. Human design. I didn't write human right. Manifestor. Let's do zodiac signs. That would be a new one because I don't have it yet. Okay. And it's going to send via email and the Substack app to everybody, or I can schedule a time for this to be sent. And this is one of the things that I really like to do because I kind of just like to go into Substack and just create blog posts for the next month. But no, I'm not going to schedule it. Now I'm going to send it to everybody so you can see how that looks like. You can also send it to paid subscribers. I cannot because I don't have the paid subscribers on, but here you can decide who gets this post, the paid subscribers or everyone else. Send to everyone now. And then I'm going to go into my emails and show you how it looks like. And I've opened up my email, and this is how the email looks like. This image here is the one that I designed. It says a brand new The Manifestor blog article is on. And then manifestors versus zodiac sign, how each signs, this is the tagline. Then they can go and read it in the app or just click on something and it will open up a window. And then this is the full article. You see here, there is like the subscribe button that I put, but it's already said subscribe because I'm already subscribed. And then you can scroll down. This will have a link to the Blueprint Reflections and recommendations for the publications. And after this line here, this was a part of the footer for the Manifestor guide, which currently only includes one link going out for a human design business guide. I will work on it a little bit more and obviously refer people to buying some merch, but for now, this was what I wanted to do. Now, let's say that I want to write more about zodiacs, probably later on, and I want it to be clickable for people to find that information. I'm going to go to my website features and I'm going to scroll down all the way down to tags, and I'm going to show 61 tags because I have a lot of them. And I'm going to open this tag in a new page, the zodiac signs, which currently has one article, and I'm going to copy the link to that, and I'm going to go back here to edit the homepage links on the side, edit them. As you can see, I have much more on the Manifestor blog. Add link and write manifestors versus zodiac signs. And the link is going to be to the entire thing. And it's going to be under Learn Human Design. Add link. And now if I go back to the Manifestor blog, scroll down here, Learn Human Design, Manifestors versus Zodiac Signs, and this will be a category inside my Substack. To this post that was just posted. Now, we're done with the screen part. I'm going to leave a link to my profile on Substack so you can see a bunch of these publications and how they look like. Where do I put links to what in more attention than what I've done now. But we're going to go back to me because this is not done yet. We have so much more to talk about, like who's this platform for, how to get traffic to your Substack, and also share a little bit more about what I've been doing with Substack since I started it. I'm going to be done talking to the microphone alone and go back to talking with my face, and hope you enjoyed the tutorial part. So that was fun and actually quite easy. And I hope that for a lot of you that I know who are a little bit less techy or weren't sure what to do or the steps to take in order to promote on Substack or to be on Substack, I hope that this tutorial screen part was helpful. But we're not done yet. One thing that I did say in the beginning that is quite important is to understand who this platform is for. This platform is for people who have something to say. And if you're just going to treat it as a newsletter for your shop and just post things like 30% off or 20% off or 1+1, you're probably not going to get much traffic from the platform because no one goes to a platform to just search for things to buy. No one in today's age is looking for people to sell them. If they want to buy something, they're very direct about it. And the way to sell to people is more like helping them buy than selling. That's always been my approach. And I feel like without providing this information, you're not going to get very far. And that information is either to share information that people enjoy. And by the way, if you like that information, there is also something you might want to buy, but also that information kind of puts you as an authority figure in that niche. So let's say you read tarot cards for a living, or you want to do it for a living. You can have a Substack publication that talks about how to read your own tarot card, or how to do spreads of certain types, or what does each card mean? And that will place you as an authority figure for people to order your service of giving them a tarot card reading, for example. Now, one thing that I know a lot of people are going to ask is, how do I get traffic to this blog or to this publication? And I know that because a lot of people are interested in that when it comes to blogging. And the answer is kind of the same answer as when I talk to people about marketplaces. For example, if you have an Etsy store, how do you get traffic? Well, some of the traffic, if you're doing things right, is going to come from the platform, but the majority of the traffic you're going to have to bring in yourself. And that's kind of the case with Substack, even though I think like compared to Etsy, Substack is more likely to promote your content and you're more likely to get people coming in from Substack itself and not just people coming in because you recommended or you posted somewhere. So in terms of the traffic, people literally go into Substack and search for publications on certain topics. So if they search something on a topic that you're talking about, they're going to find your publication or your blog posts. And that's one way to get traffic to your Substack account. The other methods of getting traffic to your Substack publication is pretty much the same way as a blog, through SEO, through recommendations from social platforms like YouTube, from pins on Pinterest, talking about it on Instagram, talking about it on TikTok, or even sharing a link to one of your posts on a Facebook group, which is probably one of my favorite methods of getting traffic to Substack. And with that, I will move to me versus Substack to share some of my experience with the publications I've had so far. I have 2 publications so far, and I just opened a third one. And the first one was opened in August of 2023. For those of you who have been following my channel from back then, you know that in 2023, in August, I've had an issue with YouTube when it comes to getting invalid traffic bug. I'm not going to detail much about that, but that placed my YouTube account at risk because of a bug from YouTube. Thank you. And I wasn't just worried about the ad revenue dropping, I was also worried about the fact that if I lose my YouTube account, I'm basically losing access to all of you. And I was looking into newsletters back then. I had no idea what Substack was, and they were very pricey, and I had to connect them to a website, and I wasn't really sure what to do. And I somehow stumbled upon Substack, and I saw that it's free, and I said, okay, that's good. Let's give it a go. And when I started, I didn't even know that people can pay you to be a member and to read exclusive content on Substack. I also didn't know that they're using Stripe, which personally for my business type and business location, I cannot have a Stripe account, which is why I opened Patreon later. But I kept the Substack because I really liked the option to be in your inboxes, because even when YouTube got back to being okay and everything was fixed, people don't get notified as much as they used to when someone makes a new video on YouTube. So I found most of my use for Substack in the last year and a half has been to say, hey, there's a new video about something. But that was never a thing that gets me traffic from the platform. Instead, when I made tutorials or actual blog posts like the one on Pinterest or on other topics, I got a lot of traffic from Substack itself, from people who are interested in the topic. And from me bringing people from this YouTube channel to my Substack account, I actually started seeing the reverse traffic of people coming from Substack to my publication on Substack and discovering that I have a YouTube channel, which was pretty awesome. On November of 2024, which is actually quite recent, I started my second Substack publication, which is called The Manifestor Blog. I also started a website by that name. It was supposed to be a shop, I wasn't really sure. And the idea for that publication or that platform kind of changed along with time. And I was posting for a while. Well, between November and March 17th, I was posting a lot of posts on Substack directed at that specific niche. I did already have some of the merch that relates to that niche over on TeePublic, and in some of the blog posts that I had on the Manifestor blog or in the footer, I had links to that TeePublic store, and that's how I made sales for people who are interested in being a human design manifestor or know a human design manifestor in their life, and they want to surprise them with cool gifts. And there are three main things that I kind of learned through the process of running the Manifestor blog on Substack for about 4 months. The first one is that it was really easy for me to just schedule posts. Like I would sit down, I would write like 8 blog posts and schedule them to appear throughout a month. So I basically spend a day or a day and a half doing a month worth of content or 8 pieces that kind of run along, and I don't really have to do much throughout the month. I like to bulk create or bulk do my actions, and Substack made it really easy to schedule posts for a later date. And it wasn't just the fact that I can schedule a post, it was the fact that the offer that I'm offering in that post can change without me changing the post itself. So if I'm going to post something on Substack 2 weeks from now, but in a week I'm going to have a different product, I can just put it in the footer of an email. So everyone that will get the email that I already scheduled are going to get it with the new footer and the new recommendation. The second thing that I learned from posting on Substack for 4 months with the Manifestor blog was the fact that it was the easiest thing in terms of promoting with Facebook groups, because I was literally not promoting a product. I was not going to a Facebook group that has a topic and going like, hey, I have a new product that you guys might like. No, I would post a post and people would actually be very much engaged with that post, whether it was on the Facebook group or on the actual Substack publication. Out of all the time that I've been using Facebook groups to promote my websites or my products, whenever I promoted a post on Substack, I never had any group preventing me from posting that post. I never had an admin of a group remove my post for any reason, which is quite good. I mean, you don't appear as a spammer when you actually, again, have actual content to say. The third thing that I learned started around middle of April. So my last post that I scheduled on my Substack, the Manifestor blog, was March 17th. And I do have a post that I posted a few days ago on June 2nd. But between March 17th and June 2nd, I pretty much posted nothing. But I was still getting emails that I have new subscribers for the Manifestor blog. And I actually wrote down the statistics. So on the 17th of March, I had 150 subscribers on Substack. And on the 2nd of June, I had 228, which might not seem like a big growth to you, but increasing the publication by more than 30% without doing nothing is kind of massive to me. And I feel like if I were to put more effort in it, I would actually have more people subscribing, because I'm guessing a lot of people found my post and saw that I'm not posting again, so maybe that's why they didn't subscribe. And I do plan on continuing that further along the way. Now, when it comes to these two publications, the May Tribe or Passive Income with May, as well as the Manifestor blog, I think I have a little bit of a different approach to each and every one of them. The one that relates to this channel is pretty much going to get updated whenever I have something to say and I don't want to make a video, or it relates to a video that came up right now. It's a way to stay in touch and basically bypass the fact that YouTube doesn't give my viewers or my subscribers notifications whenever I have a new video. Kind of like a backup for our Facebook community, because I know that not everybody uses Facebook. And if you are using Facebook, we do have a Facebook community for viewers of this channel to share some of your ideas and insights, the tool that you're using, news from the industry, and advice or frustration. And if you want to join, the link to that is down below, as well as the link to my Substack account. But when it comes to the Manifestor blog account, I feel like I'm going to go back to the flow, which is once a month. I'm going to sit down and write several blog posts that are going to be promoted throughout the month. So one day to use this marketing avenue towards some of the products that I'm selling or future videos that I will be making. As for my new publication, Blueprint Reflections, it's going to be almost entirely dedicated to, first and foremost, promote my new poetry book that I'm currently, at the time of recording this video, have yet to have published and still finalizing the last steps of it. The minute I will finalize it, there is also going to be an Amazon KDP how to upload a book tutorial, so subscribe to the channel if that is interesting to you. And basically what I plan on doing is promote the poems that I've had or that I'm having in that book one by one, once a week. And if someone likes the poem and feels like they can relate to that, right down below the poem, there will be a link to buy the full poetry book, which is why I'm kind of waiting on that platform until I have the book on Amazon. And speaking of that book, and generally speaking, my plan for these publications, I made a full video on what is my plan. That was still my business plan or still my business idea just to show you the full structure of how you can take one niche and diversify the sources of traffic that you're getting, like YouTube or Instagram or Substack, and diversify your income, like getting monetized on YouTube, getting money from selling digital downloads, or from print on demand, detailing all of it. And the link to that video is going to appear on the screen right now, along with another link to a video that YouTube thinks you might like. I would love to hear your thoughts or your questions in the comments down below. And as usual, because I've started a new tradition, if there will be many questions, I will make a full video answering all of them. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or were at least entertained. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!